Looks like we've reached quorum for today's call, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to the March 2024 community call. Everybody, thanks for joining today. Good morning if it's morning for you, or good evening depending on your time zone. We have quite a full agenda today for our call. So we have 5 different topics. We'll be going over the Teams Toolkit for Word, Excel, and PowerPoint add-ins, going over a couple updates for the Word JavaScript API, and then also going over the Excel progress on undo and redo. We'll also be discussing, oh, sorry, for some reason my screen stopped sharing. Let me reshare. 1 second. All right, I hope everybody could see that. Sorry about that. So, another topic we'll be discussing today is the improvements that we're making to Word, Excel, and PowerPoint add-in acquisition, specifically installation links and widgets. And last but not least, we'll also be covering the incentive programs for Office add-in developers. So the folks that we'll have presenting today will be Wang Yun, who's a principal product manager at Microsoft, Ana Pegan, who's a senior product manager at Microsoft, Adrian Wu, who's also a senior product manager at Microsoft, and Steve Jin, who is also a senior product manager at Microsoft. So we'll go ahead and get started with the different topics since we have quite a few today. So Wang, did you want to take over discussing the Word, Excel, and PowerPoint add-in support in the Teams Toolkit?
Okay, thanks. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Let me take the control. All right. Okay, so my name is Wang Yun. I'm the product manager for Word accessibility and developer experience for WXP. In one of the community calls last year, we had a survey say, hey, we wanted to improve the developer experience for WXP add-in development, and we got a lot of feedbacks from you from the community that we need to focus on different stages of the developer journey for add-in development. And as one of the results, as one of the results, we come up with this new enhancement or new feature inside the Team Toolkit that we will start to support WXP add-in development inside Team Toolkit, which is a extension in Visual Studio Code. Previously, if a new developer wants to get started with Office add-in development, they need to go through a couple of steps and doing the command line copy and paste, and also doing a lot of context switching in order to get the first hello world to be running and to have the first project to be created. So we want to solve that problem. We want to have a seamless and easy way so that new developers can get started with several clicks to run the first sample. So also for the experienced developers, we also got the feedback that they want to have the unified experience so that they don't want to jump to different places, try to find different documentation in order to manage the entire life cycle of the add-in development. So here, for those developers, this tool will have the unified experience so that you can control different stages, activities inside one tool. For WXP add-in development. So that is the tool. We will soon have the public preview in the coming weeks, and I will give you a short demo of that so that you could understand what we are trying to do here. So this demo only demonstrates the piece that we have the new developers to get started easily. But the concept here is that we still think that developer will go from the documentation website. So they still need to go to the website, read the documentation, but we will have several click experiences so that when developer clicks a button on the web page, and they actually can pop out after the simple click, the Visual Studio Code with the Teams extension actually will pop up for the developer, so that the developer can read the preview of the specific add-in sample inside the toolkit, and by simply clicking a create button, the developer can create the add-in sample project right away inside Teams Toolkit in Visual Studio Code. Remember that previously, if a developer wants to do the dependency installation, they actually need to go through like npm install, etc., to make sure that necessary dependencies are included. We also automate that process to remind the user to install the different dependencies in order to run a sample, and also developers actually can go to the Teams view to do that with a button click as well. And after every dependencies has been installed, we actually can provide a F5 experience. That's common experience for Visual Studio Code. We also provide buttons inside the Teams Toolkit view in order to have the add-in sample running inside the WXP application. So in this sample, we actually started to run a Word writing assistant sample inside add-in sample inside Word, launched by the VS Code toolkit. And after that, of course, you always want to do the real-time debugging for the problem, so that you can take a look at different code pieces. You can set the breakpoints as you may always do with Visual Studio Code. And here in this view, you can actually see change or debug as what you see, right? You do things, you click on the do some operations on the Word side, and the breakpoints actually can be hit on the other side. So this is the get started experience. But if the developer wants to say, hey, I want to explore more, I want to see what are others you may have, you also can have the gallery view inside the Teams Toolkit, so that we will have a lot of different samples for you to explore more. So that's the basic demo of this Visual Studio Code extension. And right now we are at the stage of early testing, and we really want to call for participant of this early testing. Of course, you can get several benefits. We will by register yourself through this form. We will contact you offline for early testing extensions, and also we may provide interviews with you to understand your feelings, your feedbacks of the entire experience here. All right, so next topic is the Word JavaScript API updates. So Ana and I will provide that several updates today. Along the journey since 1.5 years ago, we actually increased the cadence of delivery Word Java APIs. So in the past 6 months, we actually delivered 2 API releases, 1.6 and 1.7. So specifically today, I'll talk about a little bit about our recent updates. So the first one is the Word JavaScript API 1.7 requirement set. So there are a couple of different enhancements here. One is annotation and paragraph event support. You may see from the demo in last section that we are provide in that sample add-in, we actually provide the annotation support. So that's the experience we provide through the annotation paragraph event APIs. And we also increased one type of the content control, like checkbox content control support for to assemble your documentation. And we also increased one set of APIs in preview requirement set, which is Canvas card. So now you have richer interactive card experience along with your annotations. And this part, Anna will demonstrate that part later. We also have some recent fixes, which I think are very important for you. The top one is the WAPI support for insert file from base 64. So this is a long time issue existing there. And now we solve it. WAPI customers can also leverage this API to import your template, your company template inside the document in WAPI environment. And we also got performance improvement. So for Word Online, we improved the content control management. So now if you insert, edit, delete content controls on Word Online, you will find that the API works much faster. And on desktop, we also enhance the performance for insert HTML, on body, range, content control, etc. So those places that you can call this function, you will see the difference for the performance. So in the next few pages, Anna will show you how the different APIs related to Writing Assistant behave. So Anna, please, can you take the control?
Yes, thank you, Yun. Okay, so Word Extensibility team has been working to open the on-canvas experience for the third-party partners, and kind of where we started with all this is Writing Assistance. So Writing Assistance is going to enable third-party developers to use some of the on-canvas elements that are currently used by editor in Word. I'm going to show you kind of what specifically we're talking about here. Just give me a sec. Yeah. So if a user inserts text in a paragraph, that insertion will trigger the paragraph change event. That will enable developers to track the changes as the user is editing the text. Also, there could be the generating of suggestions. So you can see here that different words are underlined. That's the annotation part. And on hover, you can see the highlighting of those underscored words. On click, you can see the card. It's similar to what editor has. And within that card, you can offer the suggestions for the annotation. And also you can have the branding in the lower right corner. So what a user can do, they can click on a suggestion and accept the suggestion. Or yeah, I'm faster than the video, sorry. They can accept the suggestion or they can dismiss the suggestion, kind of similar how the editor is working at the moment. And you can see here that the events are tracking whether the suggestion was accepted or ignored. So yeah, that's kind of the overall how the Writing Assistance will work for you. What is available for testing? We have paragraph events API and annotation, but also the on-canvas card. For annotation and paragraph events, they are available on production on desktop for Windows and Mac. So that's, as Yun was saying, Word API 1.7, right? And for the on-canvas card, it's available on beta channel. So that's already available now. This is kind of how the testing, how you can start the testing. So When you open the Word desktop, you should be able to find the build number, and it needs to be greater than these numbers for on Windows and on Mac. And you need to check if you're already part of the Insider program. If not, you can join. You have the link here. I think the slides will be shared, so you can try it. Then you need to install the Script Lab add-in from the Office Store. Once you do that, you can open the samples that are shared publicly on GitHub. You have the links here. The first one is shared. The first sample is with the annotation and paragraph events. The second one is for the on-canvas card. If you should be able to see these if you're imported those samples into the script lab, and you can run it by clicking on the run icon. So this setup is to use this sample is set up to use in beta version for Office.js and Office.js types. So you will be able to use the IntelliSense while coding to access the descriptions. And you can report any issues that you encounter. You just need to give us the description of the issues with the listed steps, kind of so that we can recreate it, maybe some screenshots, and the session ID that you can find within file, account, and then about Word. And yes, here are some of the resources that you can use. The first link is towards the release notes from the API 1.7, and it contains also all the documentation related to the annotation paragraph and on-canvas card. And you can fill out the form to register early to test of the WXP support in Teams Toolkit, as Yun was already mentioning, but which contain a full example of writing assistant add-in. Yeah. That's all from me. I'm not sure if there are any questions or anything.
Yeah, Preethika, maybe we can move to the next one.
All right, great. Thanks, Anna and Yun. Let me take control of the screen. Awesome. All right, moving forward. Adrian, did you want to go over undo and redo in Excel custom functions?
Yeah, sure. So I will take control.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay. So can everyone hear me right now?
Yes, we can.
Oh, thank you. So this is gonna be a quick update on the what we have been doing on the custom function, and hopefully, I mean, this is actually not a news, because like we also have sharing this information. I believe last November, but at that time we only start to release it in the Insider, but right now the feature has been released to like all the platforms. So if you haven't got this capability, please check your current version. Any version after these two showing on the monitor should be able to enjoy the undo redo stack that we have been provided for custom function. So for people who might not very familiar about what this is, we actually prepared a video. So it's like all the changes that made by custom functions can be undo redo right now. So we know that that's one of the kind of like the top acts that has been remaining for quite a while. But the good news is it's already released to all the platforms. Just a second. Yeah. So to bring like more clarity on what we have been doing and what's still on the way. So for the custom functions, the normal custom functions and the streaming type of custom functions are supported in our in this release, and currently it's being released to all of the Excel services like web, Windows, and Mac. But still, for the API, Excel APIs, the undo redo is still on the way. As we know, like it's not like one feature, but it's gonna be a lot of features. So we're still working on it. Please wait a little bit. And yeah, we will keep working on that to try to make this happen like faster. And still, for some custom function scenarios, like for example, calling the Excel writing APIs, this is not supported because we have put the links for the reference, because like this kind of usage are something that we're not encouraged because it will cause some performance issues, sometimes even causing infinitive looping. So yeah, so that's the scope of what these features are supported. And the good news is that there's no any change needed for your existing add-ins. You only need to update to the latest version, so to use it. Yeah, so this is a quick update for what we're doing. And the next thing is about acquisition. So before we get into this part, like we have been talking about like the developing tools and the new capabilities on Word and Excel. So, but there's still like a lot of challenge for us to really make our business work, and that is user acquisition. And we know that. So and so that's something like that's sometimes especially hard for us to hear that sometimes like we have attracted a user, but however, in the long journey of the user conversion and the users just somehow eventually drop. This is really hard for us. And we also know that the user acquisition is hard. So we have been always thinking if there's any way we can make this better. So what we have been doing is that, so we know that sometimes we will tell our users to search for the entrance in the apps. So that's why we have been moving the entrance from insert to home. At least it's easier to find it right now. And we're also experimenting on if there's any chance like we can use search to search your add-ins. And then right now we have the app source. So you can at least guide your users to the app source, and they can follow the app source acquisition process to get the app. But for what we're thinking is there something that we can make it like more smoother, like even easier for users to get the add-ins? And this is what we're currently experimenting. So it's an install link, so for you to start your user acquisition journey from everywhere. So you might think, okay, just a link. That's not. It's not easy. That's we hope for any users, they will feel like, okay, this is an easy feature. But but it's actually not that easy to bring it up. What it will do is that it will help the users to open the WXP endpoint, and then they will set up the introduction template for users so they can see at least a decent description about what this add-in is doing. And then we will help you to open that add-ins and then launch the consent screen. So user only have to click consent, and then the whole acquisition is done. So what we're trying to create here is a very easy, simple user journey. So they can evaluate if they want to install that add-in. And after click, everything's done, except for the consent screen. So we think this is especially helpful, like for example, when you have a website with a lot of traffic, or we know like a lot of our developers, they might have a COM add-in, a VSTO add-ins with a lot of existing users. Some of us even may have like the desktop apps or the web extension or website, etc., or the accessibility from other ecosystem, etc. So we hope if you're trying to bring up users from this point where the traffics are, you may able to try these features and trying to make the user acquisition a little bit smoother. So what exactly we're doing, I would like to play a quick video to show like what this is about. So as you can see, like on the widget, after you click, all the things will automatically happen, and users can see the consent screen. This is actually a short video because like the journey might be a little bit short. So, but the point here is that users can see a link, and then after they see, okay, Swirl app seems like something I want, and they click, ta-da, everything's done. And besides that, we're also thinking like, how can we like make this feature like more available to all of us? So we're also trying to build a link generator. So it's something that we're still working on. You only have to key in your add-in name and also the add-in ID, and we will and select the endpoints, and we will generate the link for you. And it's directly in use, so you can start using this link and make it to like all of the like places where you want to start guiding your traffic into add-ins. Yeah. So when will this arrive? Oh, it's still underway. But the good news is, if you really like this and you want to try it out, please click the links. And also, if you're using cell phone, you can scan the QR code. Please fill in the Microsoft forms, and we will contact you soon and to test out these features. And we hope by providing the install link, we can create like an even stronger ecosystem in the future. Yeah. So if you're interested, please fill in the forms. Yeah. So that's all of my sharing today.
Great. Thanks a lot, Adrian. Here's this link if anyone would like to join the test registration. Make sure to sign up at this QR code. So I'll leave this up for 30 seconds to give folks time to scan this real fast. All right, moving forward. Steve, did you want to take over?
Yeah. Hey, Preethika, can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Let me take control. Okay. Awesome. Okay, hello, and welcome to this presentation for introducing the incentive programs for our developers. As a wrap up for today's community call, I hope that for the rest part of the content can help you understand like our efforts to introduce a set of those exciting benefits and the resources to encourage you to build powerful add-ins on our platform. So let's move on to the first one. So ISV Success, I'm not sure if how many of our developers already know of this program. So this program is existing in Microsoft for a couple of years now. This program is designed to recruit or enroll the ISV developers to be part of the Microsoft Partner Network. And this program is designed to help developers to build innovative apps, especially for AIs, because everybody knows that AI today is super hot, right? So everybody wants to do something with AI, and this program, ISV Success, is here to help you guys to do that. So the benefits of this program includes not only like Azure credits for you to start building stuff on our cloud platform, it also provides the developer subscription for Microsoft 365 E5, and also it has the GitHub Enterprise Cloud and Visual Studio and something like that, right? So as long as you're doing software development on cloud, and also you're a ISV doing B2B model, you can go ahead to apply this program. It's available right away. You don't have to go through a lot of review or scrutiny kind of a process. You just provide the information of your company and of the business, what you're doing, and then the goals you're trying to achieve. And then the people of this program, they will reach out to you, and then to have a conversation. And then after you successfully enroll into this program, they will provide a dedicated engagement manager and offer the one-on-one consultation kind of help. So this is a very interesting and very helpful, very useful program for developers who are trying to build AI applications on our platform. So this is the first one. And next one is, so everyone knows that generative AI is kind of like super hot today, right? So we want to build some stuff, and then we do try to find something to learn the new technology, and then today Microsoft has this free course hosted on GitHub, which is called Get Started Building with Generative AI. This kind of courses. It has 18 courses, provided a lot of useful materials, with sample codes, written guides, and also, every course has a short video to introduce, this what kind of content this course has. So this is free. This is on GitHub. Go ahead to enjoy that. This is, available right away. You don't have to go through any process. Just, just go ahead to use it. So this is the second incentive that we try to, share with the community, and I hope you guys can find it useful. Okay. Next one that I'm announcing is also actually briefly introduced by Adrian just now, that we understand all the challenges and all the difficulties that as a COM add-in developer you are facing when you try to transition your your add-in into the JS platform. So in our team, although this is not new initiative, but we are showing our commitment that we are investing into this area to help our COM add-in developers to smoothly transition into JS. So by that, I mean that we are building a set of guidelines based on the issues that we understand from the community, that what bothers you guys the most, and then what keeps you guys awake in the night, right? So we understand all those issues, and then we propose the guidelines, and also for certain issues, if they are really, causing a lot of troubles for the end users and then impacting the business, we are helping to, prioritize and then put the engineering resource to fix them quickly. So this is basically an initiative that we're driving here, and then for this incentive, we are actually recruiting the developers who are trying to achieve this goal with us, so that we can offer this help and then guidance along the way. So sign up today, and then hopefully that we can build something powerful on the JS platform together. So the last one, but not the least one. So this is also an existing program on our platform, which is called Editor's Pick. Probably you already know that in our in-app store, we have this kind of a category for Editor's Pick that showcasing the highlighted add-ins. So this program is not new, but recruit more developers. If you're interested, you wonder how and what kind of the criteria that you guys need to meet in order to have the add-in to show up here. We're here to help. So we have published the criteria for this program before. So we're here to help you to understand what are the best practices to help promote your add-ins. So if all those incentives are interesting to you, go ahead to sign up today, and then we will reach out to you guys to have a conversation to understand better what can better motivate you, and whether these incentives can help you to achieve your goal more successfully. So yeah, that's the end of the presentation.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve. It's a great presentation, everybody. Thank you so much for presenting today. I think there was a comment in the chat asking how we could join this initiative. So you would follow this link here. Let me know if you have any issues going through this PowerPoint, and I can also add it in the chat.
Yeah, I think I can copy the link, sign up link to the chat.
Okay, that'd be great. Awesome. Thanks, Steve. All right, so let me reshare my screen. Okay, we will now be going into the Q&A portion of our call today. So these Q&As, so the questions for these Q&As come from the forums, not from the chat here. So we've just been trying to answer the questions in the chat throughout the call, and we'll continue to do so. So these questions are ones that were submitted into the form. So starting off, First question was, any plans to integrate basic accessibility checking as part of the review process, along with the ability to mark add-ins as accessibility friendly? So our answer to this is currently our Office platform accessibility driver, Linda Liu Cannon, who has presented at one of these calls before. She has a feature in her backlog that she's currently working on to add accessibility to the Microsoft 365 app compliance program, specifically to the app compliance automation tool here. But this is something that's still on her backlog. So we do have plans to do this, but cannot yet provide you with an exact date on when this will be available. All right, next question. How to handle add-ins that require a user license, i.e. no freemium, that use Microsoft SSO. For example, since the market review team seems to constantly changing emails, it is not possible to provision a license ahead of time since it uses SSO. It is not possible to provide a username/password without attaching a Microsoft Office license. So we appreciate this question. So we had a couple follow-ups to this. So if you're in this call right now, feel free to make any clarifications in the chat here. So currently all add-ins are free to install directly from the client store, and any payment process should be built into the add-in itself and launches when the add-in is being open. So is the question here how to handle add-ins that require an Office license, or is it one that requires an Office license and has its own SSO to log in that uses the Microsoft SSO, and you're trying not to have people have to use the same login information? I think we're just trying to understand what this user is trying to do. So just feel free to add it in the chat or put it into our Office.js section to get more help there with a little bit more information on the scenario, and then we can move from there. All right, sorry about that. We are currently testing the PowerPoint API 1.5 for our add-in. As far as I can see, the last update to the API was in 2022. Could we expect another update anytime soon? I can't find it on the M365 roadmap. So this is currently still on our backlog of things to do. Once I have a more concrete timeline of dates, we'll provide an update in this call, most likely, similarly how we do for other add-in APIs. So we'd have content here as well. This question is, the current PowerPoint API has a bug when it comes to positioning a shape. When applying the left or top position to a shape, there seems to be a rounding error. Any news on when this issue will be fixed? We do not see this bug in Excel, so it seems to be a bug that's specific to the PowerPoint API. It would be great if you could file a product bug for this, so that way our team that's directly working on this can go ahead and triage this quickly. So you can provide more information with this, for example, with like an image or anything like that. This situation would be resolved a lot more quickly if there's a product bug filed. All right. This question is related to some of the chat that we've been having here this morning. So this is the question states the following. I would appreciate an update on the unified API timeline beyond what can be found here, which is an aka.mslearn link to the Outlook JSON manifest, which is the new unified manifest. We just published our first Word add-in, and now we're looking to create an Outlook add-in. So the question is, if we want to launch in the first half of 2024, should we use the older approach or the unified approach? Our suggestion here would be to continue to use the old approach for now, as the unified manifest for Outlook is still in a preview state. That being said, keep in mind that the unified manifest will be released fully in the future. So the guidance, of course, would be that you can switch then if those capabilities seem to be beneficial to you. But as it is in a preview state, if you are developing a new add-in, we would suggest using the existing manifest for now. But another thing to keep in mind that might be just helpful to know is that, like, even when we do release the unified manifest fully, we are going to have ways for you to convert your manifest that aren't completely manual and different things like that, and you will have time to try it out. This is not something that will be like immediately once it's released, you need to switch to using the unified manifest. Like, you'll have time to transition, try it out, various things like that. So for now, the guidance here I would suggest is to continue using the existing manifest if you are developing a brand new add-in that you are looking to deploy in the first half of 2024 as well. All right. If you are new to Office add-ins, here are some quick links here today to our documentation, Quick Start, Script Lab, samples, joining our developer program, and Office scripts. So feel free to click on any of these to learn more about the different features that our team works on and different capabilities that you can leverage through Office add-ins. And if you'd like to engage with our team further, for technical questions about Office add-ins, here's our Office.js dev link and our Stack Overflow. So these are great places to file different dev questions. For example, the SSO question about how to handle add-ins like that. This is also another good place to add that question. In regards to product bugs, this is where you file them here. So if you notice that there's a bug happening in an API or various things like that, it'd be great if you could file a bug here. And for general feature requests or expanding current features or anything like that, it'd be great to add it to the M365 Dev Suggestions page. And we have a series of calls that are also present across the Microsoft 365 community. They are all present here, but you can also click on this link to all calls and assets to learn about all the different calls and see if any of these calls would also be beneficial to the scenarios that you're currently working on and maybe be able to provide more information. These are all great calls as well. So feel free to join these. And that is all for our agenda today. Thank you for joining. Our recording should be available on the YouTube channel. I know that we've been having some minor issues there with getting things uploaded on time, but it should be available very soon on the YouTube channel, and that's where all of our call links are. Feel free to follow us on Twitter. Our next call will be April 10th at 7 a.m. Pacific time, and the agenda will be posted here for the next call the day before. And feel free to submit your questions at this link here prior to the next call. That link should already be up and working, so if you're having any issues, feel free to put that in the chat. Yes, and I do see someone said they haven't seen last month's recording. Yeah, I'm sure why that hasn't been posted yet. I'm following up on that right now, so hopefully that's posted very soon. So thanks everyone. Thank you for joining. We appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.